It's
whiskey
review
time.
Huh? What's up, everybody? Talking Dads here with another fantastic, informative, and super professional review of a whiskey.
With special guest,
Jason
Witterman.
Thank you.
What's up, dude?
Hey, buddy. Happy to have you again.
Thanks for joining us
Yeah,
again.
this is fun. I like
It's like 3 weeks in a row.
I know.
Right? It's a really long trip.
Yeah, it's been a long trip you've had here, and it's
cool.
nice that you're here.
It's cool to just hang out.
That's what it's all about.
100%.
Yeah.
No, honestly, we really do enjoy doing these reviews with somebody else because our palates have synced.
We're the
And
same.
So it's nice to see. We just like saying that we've synced.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But no, it is
It is
nice
true.
to see somebody else's like perspective on it, and I don't know. It's kind of the fun of whiskey, right?
Well, I love to rile things up a little bit, so
Yeah.
I'm happy to get in the middle of you two.
So,
That's what she said.
so we have a special one that I've been kind of drooling over for since Christmas when I received this bottle. So shout out to my sister-in-law and new brother-in-law, Cassie and Ralph, who actually are in Salt Lake and were able to procure a bottle of Midwinter Night's Dram for me from the prestigious High West Distillery. I am super excited. They come out with this release once a year, and it's pretty limited. I don't know how many bottles they actually produce, but it's kind of a hot ticket. Like, you can't just go buy it. Like,
Yeah.
there's a window.
Yeah. So, that's tough for me. I feel like they, from what I recall, comes out in October timeframe.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm in Nevada, so that's, right next door to Utah. So I feel like it's not terribly hard for me to find. There's not tons of it on the shelf, but for sure to get it like this far east,
Right.
definitely would see as being a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we don't get it.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard rumors that, like, supposedly we're supposed to be getting some more stuff from High West, and so maybe in future years we'll get a certain allocation. But knowing Ohio, that'll be like a lottery item or something like that, which sucks, but it also kind of presents a fair opportunity.
Where did we see that? Who? Chris found that in New York. Remember, he sent us a picture.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. But I think that was, because that was at like a raffle or something like that, right? No, it wasn't. It was just at a store.
It was a random liquor store out in like the middle of nowhere.
Oh, all right. I was thinking of something
In
else.
some
then.
distilleries, like they'll do special orders through their distributors, but you'd probably have to find somebody that wanted to buy like a whole case or a couple cases or something,
Yeah, that's true.
And that place too. I mean, that was like, what else did we see there? They had a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the picture? And then the Taylor barrel proof was like $124.
Which isn't bad, really.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
but
But
you get it
Yeah.
Yeah.
at a better price. Oh, what is the value on this, by the way?
Shoot.
I've got
Gift.
an idea. So I didn't buy Act 8, which the Act denotes the year.
Correct.
I still have probably a third to a half a bottle of Act 7 from last year,
Okay.
which I actually scored at Costco.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, so you got it for like $30.
So the Costco in
Costco's
Nevada,
amazing.
They get really great selections, and it'll be $20 to $30 cheaper than what I'll see it
Yep.
at like other big box stores like a Total Wine or something. When I saw this in Total Wine in Nevada, it was $120, I think,
Okay.
and I was very on the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Now, I think that you can get it a little bit cheaper at the distillery if you're there. I don't know
I
that
could
for
see
sure.
that, yeah.
But it
So
just depends on where you're at and how they price their stuff, you know?
I paid $90, I think, for
Okay.
Act 7 the year
Yeah.
before. And I do feel like it's gone up a little bit. I was talking with one of my buddies, and he was also on the fence. I don't think he bought it either, but seems to be going up a little bit. But
I've heard that Act 8 is ridiculously good.
I'm excited to
Now, I
compare
had a pour of Act 7, and I don't want to say underwhelmed,
Yep.
but I was expecting a lot more from, you hear about Midwinter Night's Dram, and you're like, I gotta have this,
I can see that. Like it's tough.
was
when
good,
it's
don't get me
tough when there's
wrong.
so much hype behind
That's the thing.
something. You
And
get
it-
so excited
you-
for it,
you
and
do.
then you have it.
And you're like, oh, it's
so-
kind of, it's sometimes it's a letdown.
It's the same thing
it's-
like a restaurant, like a new restaurant.
exactly.
opens up and everyone talks about it, and you go and you're like, I mean, it was good food.
It was good,
It was
but
the
you
best
expected
food
a
I've ever
lot
had.
more out of
Right.
it because
Yeah.
it's been talked up
It's a
so
mind
much.
trick, right?
Exactly.
Right, exactly. But the other reason I'm super excited for is because 2020 for me was the year of learning to love rye whiskey.
Okay.
Prior to that, I kind of shied away from ryes just because it just wasn't the flavor profile I was used to. And we kind of, I don't know if we want to say that we forced ourselves, but like we kind of
It was kind of, I mean, we got to the point where we were
just
drinking
like-
bourbon every night for a month. And it's like, okay, September was tough.
That's literally what it was.
We're like, October, let's get into some rye. Let's give it a
Yeah.
try. And we did. And we
We're like, holy shit.
fell in
like,
love with
wait, this is
a lot
really
of ryes.
good.
Yeah. We were missing out.
So I've been on a rye kick recently. So I'm really excited. Like I'm a little shaky right now.
Take it easy.
For me, and I think for a lot of people, this is like very appropriately named that this is like a cold winter night drink for me. The flavor profile, I'm very curious to hear what you say, but living in the desert, like I can't imagine having this on like a hot summer,
Yeah,
like when it's
sure.
100 degrees outside. I don't
Yep.
think this, I think this like is Christmas in a bottle to me.
Okay.
I like that.
And we're right around that
Fantastic.
time. So it's perfect.
Yeah, I'm
And
super
I think
excited. And
you mentioned before too, like the bottle, like the imperfections of this bottle.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's one cool thing about High West. Like
And I'm looking at this thing, and
It's
it's
different.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass. Do you want me to get into the
yeah,
bottle?
yeah,
Or
please
you
do.
had something else to say?
No, go for it.
It's a cool bottle.
Yeah.
No, I like the look of it. Because you could say, yeah, it's like your basic wine-looking bottle with the label and everything, but at the same time, it's unique because it's got that old-fashioned look to it. Like it's all those imperfections and everything. It's not like everything's exactly the same on every bottle. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and it's feels good in the hand. Give it a tug. I mean, touch.
It is solid. It's like this is thick glass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It is unique. Definitely imperfections. This is like not this particular bottle, but some of their other ryes that I'll buy.
Rendezvous.
Yeah, something like that. Anything basically that's not like the limited release. I like to take those camping, like when I go do trips with friends.
Do you take campfire whiskey with you then? You
Yes.
should, because
Yes.
that's a really good one.
Nice and smoky. Yes. I don't know. Like that's the vibe that I get from this. It's just very fitting, and that's like a perfect like middle of the road range for me to go, where I'm not like taking anything too cheap, but it just like fits that mindset and that territory.
Dude, everything you guys are saying describes High West Distillery to me. Like,
Yeah.
the reason that I love them is like, if you're gonna have a name High West Distillery, I want to feel like I'm walking into a saloon when I grab that bottle. You know what I mean? And the thick glass, the imperfect bottles, the wooden topper, like it all just feels very frontier to me.
Okay.
And I love that so much. I mean, even like their logo, how they put it on here with the horseshoe, and like it looks like it's branded almost, and it's embossed on the bottle, but like it looks like it could be a brand or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I love it. And then when you take that whole feel and you call one of your releases a Midwinter Night's Dram, and it's all like about like a play.
Yeah.
And they put like the scenes on the back,
The
and like
Shakespeare.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like
It's that
that's
play on
so
words.
like contradictory, and it works so well.
It does.
It's like a meshing of like worlds, and I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a High West product that actually Rendezvous Rye was one of the ones that I really wanted to try, based on me really liking Prairie Dog, or what's it called, Prairie Bourbon, or mess that up a little bit, but something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Prairie Bourbon. And then what's the other one that I really like?
I don't know.
I can't think of it.
From High West?
Yeah.
The Boo Rye, maybe?
The Boo Rye, thank you. Boo Rye, and then of course they have their the Yippee-Ki-Yay, which is their blended rye.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, the blended rye and then the boo rye, where it's like, okay, maybe I could do a little spice. I like this. And that's kind of like what got it going. And then I took their Rendezvous. It was like, holy shit,
That's where it's
rye.
at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, wait, that's good. So, yeah, anything from High West I really enjoy. So, yeah, super excited. So this is
98.
98.6. It's good number.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right, so yeah, let's open this bad boy up because
Let's give it a look.
I'm ready to go.
Let's give it a look, smell, taste, all that.
Touch.
And touch.
Yeah,
Because we do have to touch it. All right. Bear with me. Oh, found it.
found it.
Or did I? Oh, there it is. Ooh, I like how they did that. That's different. Much easier. Much easier.
So they're in Park City,
Yep.
which is I've never been, but supposedly it's just like a really cool town, and it's pricey, and it's like,
So
that was great.
Thank
that
you.
was great.
But
This time of year is a big ski destination.
yes, big ski town and things like that. But from what I understand, I don't know I think it's in September. It might be October when they release this. I'm not sure, but they throw some party that I need to get invited to at some point in my life, because apparently it's amazing. And like, I don't know. It's about the extent that I know of it. I've just heard it, like them talking on some podcasts and things like that. And I am all about that life. So
Well, maybe I have to teach you how to snowboard.
I'm in.
You ever ski, Jay?
I ski. I've never gone snowboarding because when snowboarding was getting popular, like I had already learned to ski. This was like middle school time.
Yeah,
frame,
yeah.
I feel like, and like
What are you doing?
Sorry. I
right,
got
go ahead.
really excited. I ruined the whole thing.
Can't
I
take
wasn't
it
on
anywhere.
camera.
You're not
You
taking
weren't.
him anywhere.
I know.
At least I didn't chug it.
I look over, he's chugging it.
So, yeah, I haven't been skiing in a long time. Actually.
Yeah.
It's probably been, probably like 8 years now.
Yeah.
I feel like I could get back into it after a little bit, which sucks because there's a lot of good destinations nearby.
Yeah,
So I feel like I need to, but it's always tough.
it is. Definitely.
If you
And I
came
wanna
out and
go.
gave me an excuse, though,
I can do that. I'm down to go.
All right, so
Color's
color on
good.
this, it's dark.
It's bourbon.
It's got like a
Whiskey color.
Amber,
it's got a reddish hue to it.
Amber.
orangish.
Oranges,
Tangerine.
mauve. Not mauve. I don't know
That's a
why I said that.
terrible color.
Ian.
That's like the worst.
This guy just wants to drink
I
it so bad.
wanna
He
drink
can't.
this so
He can't.
much
His
right
brain's not working right now. All right, we'll smell it. Ian already did.
Drips are solid.
They are.
They're very abstract. I just wanted to use a big word.
That was good.
Do you see like faces or
Yeah.
animals in the
Yeah.
drippies?
I do. All right.
What do you see?
A lion.
Wow.
You know what that means? I don't.
I was like, this is. I'm being put on the spot. I don't know what that means. You watched The Lion King or something? Mm.
Oh my god, that smells good. So this is one, and we'll see what happens after we get to taste it. But there are certain pours that I could just smell and be content.
Yeah.
Like this is so nice.
It smells good. It's very pleasant.
All right, I get like red fruits. I always go when we do these tastings. I think of like how I taste wine or how I was told you're supposed to taste wine. Like red fruits, like cherry.
Yeah, cherry I could pick up. It smells so good.
Tobacco kind of.
Tobacco, yeah. I was gonna say like leather or like,
Yeah, good leather. It's well said.
but like also in like a cherry tree.
Yeah, so I
Just-
always try to pick, and this is hard for me. Like 3 fruit flavors and 3 something else flavors. Where the
Okay.
something else is like the tobacco, the
Right.
leather, the oak, those types of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot in here, and it blends very well. Like there's nothing that like jumps out at you, but like it all together works very, very well.
Smells good.
I'm no pro, so
Of course you are. Let's drink it.
yeah, let's drink it. I'm excited. Whatever.
You gotta hold the base.
Dude,
And I touched the tip. That's how you make the sound.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So try it again. Hold the base.
Okay, here, let's one more.
Here.
You said hold the base and you're holding the tip.
But I have to hold. I hold the tip. See? Because if you're holding it, then you get nothing.
Oh, my God.
See? Nothing.
Oh.
See?
Dude, how good is that?
So good.
I'm so glad that it's everything that I wanted it to be. And I didn't even like try and pick anything out that time. I just enjoyed it. So there's a fair amount of wood.
Yeah.
Some good, like,
I got some.
I don't know if
Cherry.
it's actually French oak, but it seems like stuff that I've tasted before.
I think so, because I think it's port barrels that it's aged
It
in.
is, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Port wine
finished
barrels, yeah.
in French oak port barrels.
There you go.
Thank you.
So get the oaky. The sweetness is like, I think, cherry. I could taste it's like subtle, but the wood is definitely there.
So the cherry that what I was thinking was cherry is really probably that port flavor coming through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
It's very good. It's very smooth. Excuse me.
Because I think I smell cherry more than I actually taste cherry. As I'm drinking it, it's like a deeper, like a stone fruit. Like I don't know what I don't know. Mm. It's tasty. And it's got just the right mouthfeel on it too. Like it kind of coats the palate.
Mm-hmm.
And so then as you're like enjoying the finish, which is pleasant, it's not overly dramatic.
Yep.
But it's there. But as you're feeling that, like you still have that coating in your mouth that like
Saw that flavor coming.
almost similar to like wine,
Yeah.
how it kind of like coats the palate, right?
And it's kind of like a slow burn. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I associate this with winter as the like finish
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Dude,
Like this.
It's very comfortable.
This
just
would warm you up.
yeah.
yes.
Like in a
And it's-
good,
and it's-
subtle.
Yeah, that afterburn. It's just that smooth warmth just going down and it's sticking with you on the back end, and it's very comfortable. I just feel very relaxed
So if I remember correctly,
in the middle of winter with a fire.
Midwinter.
Oh,
I would go with midwinter.
Like midwinter.
Yeah.
Like at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure at night.
If I remember correctly, the 19, so Act 7, right? Yeah. Was, I don't want to say more harsh, but like less, it was more like fragmented, like in the flavors. And it was good, but it felt like, I remember thinking like, I don't know what this is supposed to be doing. And
Okay.
like with this, I feel like it's very strategic or structured in that like you are supposed to enjoy the palate up front and then let that go down and still be enjoying the palate while it's finishing. Like it seems like it's almost intentional. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah. So I had to open not open, but pour from the Act 7 bottle that I have at home recently. Like
It's been a
couple-
year since I tried that,
Yeah.
by the way.
So I had it recently because I wanted to have a good comparison point for this. I can see that a little bit, I think. Like, I definitely get differences between them. I don't want to say this is harsh. This is, it's hotter or more alcohol forward than I feel like Act 7 was. This is still good though. I was very on the fence about buying this, and I might scoop a bottle.
Nice.
There you go.
I think
it'd be
this is
really
fantastic.
interesting to do
Yes.
side by side comparison.
For
So
sure.
I do really enjoy it, and yeah, this is just like the epitome of like winter.
Yeah, this
for
is
me.
this is a very nice pour.
I
Like
mean-
this is something that's very comfortable. Sitting at home, just by yourself, just a nice relaxing pour. This is
To
something
me,
that's
this is like you finally get the all the Christmas stuff taken care of, and your kids are asleep.
as far as cleaning up or putting it up.
Yeah, like putting the decorations up, and like just like putting the Christmas lights up, and you're sweating, and it was like a cold day, and you're kind of pissed off, but it's done now, so you're happy. And
But you
it's
can put
like,
your feet
all
up and
right,
relax.
let's put my feet up, and you maybe start a fire.
Okay.
As the snow starts to come down, you just made it. Like all the
Oh, yeah.
outside stuff is done, so you're feeling
yeah.
good
You're
about
feeling good.
yourself.
You're really painting the picture.
We do that sometimes.
This is incredible.
And it's like a clear night, right? Like, but it's also snowing.
Okay. It's a light
So, like,
snow. It's a dusting.
Yeah, there's a little dusting. It's just some snow.
Which is enough to give you that comfort.
And you're
Like,
like,
I
ooh.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. And like, there's a chill in the air, but you don't want to put a blanket on.
No, the kids have gone to bed. The wife might be in bed. So you're able to turn the heat down. So
Yeah,
that all of
yeah,
a sudden you got
finally.
that chill in the
Yeah,
air. You could
yeah.
finally get your
Maybe you
desired
crack the
temperature
window
in the
even
house.
a little bit. Yeah.
Just to
it
get
back down
comfortable. Yeah,
temperature,
just to
right.
get it right where you need it to be. There's a blanket next to you,
Yeah.
but I'm not grabbing a blanket.
No.
I'm grabbing a bottle.
Yeah. What bottle are you grabbing?
Oh, I'm grabbing this bottle.
That was incredible.
Well said. But no, I mean that is true though, because I could think of it like even like Christmas Eve. You got everything's done, and you can finally put your feet up and relax, and that's like you sit down and you have a Christmas movie on, and you just sit down there with a nice pour, and it's very comfortable, very relaxed.
You know what? Comfortable is a really good term to describe this.
That's all I that's all I can think of is just it's very comforting. This pour is like
like at.
it's
What did we
nice.
say this is?
98 or 90.
I have my glasses on me.
Oh
I
man.
haven't seen you wear your glasses since you got them.
Ever.
98.6.
Yeah.
I lost them.
What, like, comparable to where I think you were going, like comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like comfort food
Yeah.
in liquid form.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
I think that's a word for this. This one is comfortable. It's
I
just
think-
very
I think of
nice.
A Cabin in the Woods,
Yeah.
We could paint pictures all night,
I love
and we're
painting.
nailing it.
and I love a good adventure. I would take this to a cabin in
Yeah.
the woods.
I want to go.
And
Only cabin in the woods I could think of is like all the horror movies, and
no, that's terrifying.
but I like horror movies.
Well, at least you'll have a good sip before.
And
whatever
horror with
happens
starting with
to
H.
you.
No, I don't want. Yeah, get a good pour in beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Listen, if I'm going to get murdered, I'm chugging this bottle.
and I'm using it as a weapon.
And it's heavy glass, so you
Right,
could
see?
use it as a weapon.
High West is
You have a
looking out
fire
for
made?
you. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Get a little candle.
Oh.
Defense. I don't think it's gonna burn. Might just put the candle out. But you know what? It's gonna burn their eyes when you spray bourbon
I don't
into
know
their
if I could
face.
waste this.
It's life or death.
You can get another one.
It's pretty hard to find.
This is a new quickie topic here. This is a new quickie topic for sure.
All right,
If
we
you're
are-
in the situation where you're about to get murdered in a cabin, Ian's not gonna waste a mouthful. He's gonna die instead.
I hope you get the bottle that he's saving for you.
Yeah.
See, everyone wins.
You're right. Does he use the bottle?
Well, I guess I don't win, but you know.
You definitely lost.
Yeah.
And then the
But I'm
murderer, then the
probably-
murderer leaves with the
I'm
bottle.
probably
Oh, that would
feeling
be the
great.
worst. I don't think you're feeling anything.
You don't know me.
Okay.
You know me pretty well,
I
actually.
feel like we do. You don't know me.
Or we're way off
Score.
topic here.
I don't know
Let's
what-
score
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
this.
score this.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't score
Again,
until you
this
score.
makes you comfortable. We're sitting here talking, having a great time because it's a comforting pour.
I don't want to put my. I want to put my feet up.
I want
I want to take my shoes off. You want it to be? You want to be in it?
I want it to be in me.
And if you want to get technical, it is.
Yeah, you're right.
My score.
All right, Steve, you got to score first.
I'm going to go with.
I don't know why. I just.
What's the value? Do we do that?
Oh.
Yeah, we
talked about it, right? $100 or so. 110.
This is probably going to range 1 to 120 based
120-ish?
on what I've
Okay.
seen.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I'm going to go with an 8.5 on this bad boy.
Okay.
I like it a lot,
It's a good score.
and I feel very comfortable scoring it at an 8.5.
Fantastic.
Jay.
I'm going to go.
Kind of want to go higher. I'm going to stay at 8.5.
I'm going to go 8-1.
Okay.
It's in the 8s. I'm going to give it that low 8 kind of score. I actually think
Like the 7 better.
last year's that I liked more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but
I would love to be able to revisit it.
okay, so bring this, get on a plane, and we'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. Next month.
Oh yeah, that might actually work out.
That's right.
Yeah, I like it. Value wise, I mean it's tough because you can only get it once a year for a span of a couple months.
And that's why I think that's why the price, and it's hard to get for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's.
Yeah, value almost plays a different role for us than it does for you because like it's obtainable to whereas for us it's just not like price almost goes out the window for us because you can't just like go to the store and get it.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's
and
tough for
I
us.
guess they do look at that differently because like when I looked at it, there were several bottles and I knew that those several bottles would probably hang around. And it felt like impulsive and it's tough because they only release it. Like it's a limited release once a year.
It's actually a limited engagement.
It's a limited engagement. That's what I said. Limited engagement once a year.
Says right there.
So like you can't. It's hard to ask around. Like,
Right.
I was in the store and I was asking my buddy, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't have it yet. I don't really know anything about it."
Right.
And I don't know, it's tough for me to make a decision to begin with. So value's kind of iffy for me, but it does get me excited that like you have to do it or it's gone.
Right.
8-1. 8-1.
8-1.
8-1.
You did 8.5?
Oh,
8-1. All right, so kind of piggybacking off of what I just said is like I almost throw value out the window because this is one of those premium releases that comes out that everyone knows about, everyone talks about, and in Ohio we just don't get to get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no, you got to know somebody or travel out of state to obtain a bottle. So price per se almost goes out the window for me. Now, am I going to pay $500 for it? No.
no, but when you're talking like $100,
Right, like that's
doable.
Seems to me a reasonable amount to pay for a limited engagement, where it's going to come out once and you're going to give it a shot, right? I'm going to go pretty high here. I'm going to go an 8.9.
okay,
And that's one of my higher scores. I really, really, really enjoy this.
Okay.
Again, I've been on this rye kick where I've almost liked it more than bourbon. Just recently, I don't know. I've just been really enjoying the different flavor profiles, and I think it's because I'm getting to learn some more.
Sure.
So it's fun and exciting. But this is every bit of what I thought it was supposed to be, and maybe a little bit more. And the fact that it's
That's nice.
complex enough that like I can't. It's almost like I don't even want to drink it and figure out what I'm drinking because it's so good that I'm just enjoying it. If that makes sense at all.
no, it does.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like I went through my first pour pretty damn quick because I was like drinking it and I was just like enjoying it, and then I was like, oh shit, like I'm supposed to
be
try and
picking
pick
something
something
up.
out.
Yeah.
And then so I'd take another sip and then I'd forget and I'd be like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
It's getting comfortable.
Yeah, you're right.
There it is.
Getting comfortable. 8.9, 8.1,
8.5.
Midwinter Night's Dram, 2020 edition, Act 8.
Delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, High West Distillery did a great job.
Sure did.
Super excited to have some of your other stuff again.
Same. All right, well, that is the review.
That's the review.
Jay, thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, this
is a lot of fun,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
This is great.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, we will do it again. Let us know what you think if you've had it. Interested to see other people's opinions of it because, again, it is a year-to-year release. So, yeah, do that. Follow us on all the socials and check out all the reviews on www.thetalkingdads.com. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Peace.